Surrender it to Swamiji and sit. When you start playing with something that represents wealth to you, you will know, hey, if I can increase this, I can also increase the stock market value. If I can decrease the size of my bangle, which represents wealth, I can decrease the interest rate of my loans. Chant the Mahavakya, connect with this powerful cognition in you. Literally manifest that as a declaration in you consciously.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
I request all of you to chant the Mahavakya intensely.
Spiritual lullaby for Samadhi.
Come on, I request, please hold the object in your palm.
Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva. This Mahavakya is spiritual lullaby for you to fall into Samadhi. Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva.
Ma Shobhana,
In you.
hold the object in your palm.
Just remember this one powerful cognition. This Mahavakya.
And I request everyone to chant the Mahavakya.
In Samadhi.
Listen, only
this is
hold the cognition that you can play with anything on the outside. And the object you're holding, make sure it is something that means wealth to you. You're only going to keep it, don't worry. But make sure you are playing with something that represents wealth to you. Something that is like very precious, that is like, that is like a wealth that represents, embodies what wealth means to you. Keep that kind of an object like silver, gold, coin, note. Or sometimes we will have some objects which will mean wealth to us. Put any of them and play with this. This is the context. When you start increasing, decreasing externally, you will be able to simply see, alter, increase and decrease all the sizes just with your conscious will.
Mahavakya, spiritual lullaby for Samadhi. And Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva.
Continue to chant the Mahavakya.
With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Can I request all of you to put the object in such a way it's visible in the camera?
Paramashivoham.
Come on, Ma Ramani Devi, Ma Constance, Angelica Ma. See, you should consciously remember, or you should see what are the exact cognitions about wealth you have. Drop that consciously. Even as a mechanical declaration, drop it and then manifest the power. You will see the results will reflect.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Chant the Mahavakya.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
All of you intensely connect to something. I can see so many of you sincerely sitting and manifesting. Malia Khori, take something. You also take something that represents wealth to you. Machui Yang, Manyana Pradata. Very nice. All of you continue. Connect to Swamiji intensely. The moment you start changing the height, even few millimeters, understand your biomemory starts understanding, yes, if I can change the height of a gold ring, I can change the value of the money that I have. Your biomemory will start believing it. Balamuruganaya, great. All of you sit, intensely manifest. Matthew Vasker, keep it in a stable place. Do not move it. See, it takes a process for you to connect to that object and for you to do it, Aya. So please keep it in one place and do not move as much as possible. Settle down and manage. Rainer, Reisner, Andreas, Aya. Very nice to see you put full basma, kumkum, everything and sitting. Actually, you should know all these are supporting components for power manifestation. When you actually wear basma, kumkum and all, right, all of them are a supporting component for power manifestation. So they act like, let's say they act like an energy booster. They literally entangle you intensely with Swamiji to manifest. Intensely chant the Mahavakya. Continue to manifest. I request all the participants to stay tuned because now what we are going to be entering as the next session is going to be all about the techniques and solutions for wealth manifestation. How you can manifest abundance, how you can manifest wealth, and how you can do that being and highly enthusiastic for just 11 hours a day for 21 days. How to actually do that, Swamiji is going to be revealing to us in the next session. So get ready. I request all the participants to intensely listen to this. And as you're manifesting the power, listen to this because actually you all should know when you manifest powers and when you listen to it, your listening is even more intense. It's even more focused. So you have a lot more listening and you start grasping things more. Now, let us all enter into the next session where we learn about the techniques for manifesting wealth.
Understand the abundance. Abundance is the space from which you can manifest. Go on manifesting the life as you want. Go on manifesting the life as you want. If you just have billions or trillions or multiple zeros getting added in your bank account, but do not have energy or the health to live your life, and feeling tired and bored all the time, I won't call you person with abundance. You may be a person with a lot of money, but not wealth or abundance. Abundance is the space from which you go on manifesting. What do you want? Intelligence, health, energy. Whatever you want, you go on manifesting. So the difference between money and abundance should be made very clear. I am not saying don't have money. I am not saying don't earn money. No. I am not saying that. All I am trying to tell you is money has its own limited utility. Do not equate just the money for abundance, then you are mistaken. Money is great in its place. That cannot be equated to abundance. So understand, abundance is a space of Kalpataru which every one of us carry inside. Ability to manifest whatever you want, whatever you feel, whatever you think as a completion of your life. Understand, that is why the original Vedic tradition was never currency based. It was direct grain based or metal based. The lower rung of the economy was grain based, and little higher rung of the economy, the mid level of the economy, was metal based. The highest level of economy was precious stone based, but never imaginary currency based. Understand, I am not against the currency or I am not against the money, but you need to know, just money alone cannot be abundance. You need to have clear idea about abundance. Only then you can manifest it. If you are clear about what you want, 90% of your problem is solved. If you are clear about what you want, you have reached it 90%. 90% of the journey is done. So remember, money has utility value, nothing more. Abundance is something more than money. It may include money also, but it is more than money. If I have to precisely define abundance, having an inner space where you manifest, go on manifesting. What do you want? Whatever you want, and experiencing completion with manifestation. And whatever is manifested, I tell you exactly that same pattern only, still I am living with money. At the age of my third birthday, I was 3. Usually in the young, I'm born and brought up in a village, Thiruvannamalai, Ramana Maharshi's place. Now it is a little kind of a town, but in those days it was a village. I'm talking about 35 years before, one generation before. So it was a village. Usually in the villages, all the family people will give money for the kids during birthday and all these auspicious days. And I was born in a giant family where 87 people lived together. Just few days before, for my biography, I calculated 87 people lived in one house. The house is 80,000 square feet. 80,000 square feet house and 80,000 square feet ground. There was little, some parts had a double story, but all other 86,000 square feet ground floor. So huge giant family. Naturally, aunt, uncle, cousin, each one came and gave 1 rupee, 2 rupee. Those days 1 rupee means it's equivalent to now, you can say 100 rupee or 1000 rupee. So I had one kerchief where all the money was there. I was sitting. And my father asked me, what are you going to do? I said, what to do with it? I asked him back, what to do with it? He said, you can buy whatever you want. I said, I wanted only a Ganesha and you already gave me. He gave me one Ganesha. If you read my biography, the Ganesha who ate food, that Ganesha only, still is there in the ashram. And I want only one Ganesha, you gave me already Ganesha. I don't need anything more. Then he asked me, you don't want this money? I said, no, I don't need. He said, then you can give it to anybody you want. All my brothers and cousin brothers, sisters, all of them were playing there. I screamed, called them, saying that, hey, whoever wants this money, please take it. First, actually, I thought all of them will come and pick up little. But one of my elder brother is very strong guy. He came and took the whole thing. Then my father interfered. And he said, hey, he told me, no, tell him to share with everybody. call everybody and give equally. I looked at him and said, I don't need. Whoever takes it, what is there for me? Leave it. I tell you, this is my first experience with the money. This is exactly the pattern still I am living. And I also wanted to tell you, any project I want to do, money comes. Simply it comes. All I need to do is tell that I am going to do. Now today morning I said, and I am going to build an hospital. I tell you honestly, now I don't have money. But I will tell you, next time when I come, I will be announcing. Money has come, we are building the project. I just know. See, money is simply extension of your understanding about you, your strength on you, your strong belief on you. I am not talking something impractical, please understand. No. I am not talking anything mystical or impractical. Whatever I am talking is a formula. It is not just miracle happens only in my life. It is a formula which can happen in every one of your life. The right attitude towards money is, please understand, the right attitude towards money is, it has utility value for the things you want to do. Neither suffer with the feeling I don't have enough, nor be overloaded and develop arrogance or ego or influenced by having it. Neither be influenced by not having, nor be influenced by having. The only solution to have abundance in the life, go deeper into your muscle memory, remove this tiredness, life negative patterns, go into your biomemory, remove this life negative cognitions. That is why I tell you, first step in abundance is yoga and the long breath. Breathing deeply and yoga is the first step in abundance. Because that is when even your muscle memory is ready for abundance. Go deeper into muscle memory, biomemory, and bioenergy. Even if you have billions, but you are all the time tired, bored, you are not going to experience abundance. So the first thing, get into your muscle memory the incompletions you stored against abundance. Actually, there are people, the moment their project is going to be successful, even they cannot tolerate. They will fall into tiredness and confusion and collapse it, destroy it. Get into your muscle memory and see, do you have that pattern? We all have that cute feeling of living with a minimal memory, because somehow we think more number of thoughts means more stress, which is completely wrong. Listen, which is completely wrong. More number of thoughts are not more stress. more number of thoughts from incompletions are more stress. See, it is your internal fight which encourages thoughts and which wants to be thoughtless. That is stressful. Actually, thoughts by themselves are like Lakshmi, wealth. Right way of applying it. You can just manifest wealth without manipulating. There are only two kinds of people who are wealthier in the planet Earth, the humanity. One who manifest wealth, other one who manipulate wealth. That's all. Thoughts are like Lakshmi. If you know how to manifest them, you will manifest wealth. But if you are stupid to manipulate yourself, you will be manipulating wealth. Anything manifested can never be taken away from you by anybody. Anything manipulated can never stay with you, however you may try. I am telling you. Anything manifested can never be taken away from you, however you try. How much ever your detractors, opponents, enemies try, nothing can be taken away from you. Thoughts by themselves are not enemies, but your conflict with thoughts, doubt about thoughts, hatred towards thoughts, they are the biggest problem.
Go on manifesting powers that will actually make you healthy, wealthy. For example, if you are moving a matter, don't think just you are only moving a matter. You will be cleaning your liver and kidney and heart during those moments. If you even medically test, your internal organs will be at their best performance. When you move a matter, time stops working on you and the anti-aging happens to you. A reversal of all the physical damage done to your body by time happens. If you just move a matter through power manifestation, your yoga will become amazing. Your digestion will become amazing. And your wealth manifestation will become amazing. Because you need to understand all power manifests from the space of Mahadeva, Sadashiva. It's not that for each power you have a separate mantra and you use that mantra, only that power manifests. No. You use tantra, not mantra, which is same for all power manifestation. Go on be power manifesting. Go on be reaching out to others. Go on be causing. I tell you. That just makes you a pure channel of Mahadeva, Sadashiva. That makes you a pure channel of Sadashiva.
Anima, Lahima, Mahima, Ishitvam, Vashitva, Prapti, all these Ashtama Siddhis are possible. Your brain is hardwired for all these higher possibilities. Just because common man did not have access to the science does not mean it does not exist. Just because common man does not have access to the country's treasury, you can't say country's treasury does not exist. Same way, just because you do not have access to these extraordinary powers, don't think these powers don't exist. All these great powers are possible. It is a simple inner science. Listen, Kundalini Shakti can directly make you more productive, more aware, more conscious, intuitive, ultimately rich. It will take away the low idea you carry about you. It will take away the lower self-image you carry about you. It will show you your possibilities. It will show you the power of your intuition. It will awaken your intuition. It will awaken your intelligence. You will forget tiredness and boredom. You will do smart work, not just hard work, smart work. And with this smart work, naturally you will see you are more active, alive, productive in your job, in your business. Your DNA strands are connected through water, hydrophobic material. DNA strands and the consciousness is connected through sound, sounds with which they are connected matters. The good news is you can reprogram, replace the old sounds through which your consciousness and DNA strands are tied together, connected together. The great news is you can use these 4 opportunities to do it easily. I'll give you the precise conclusion. Whenever you feel hungry, angry, lusty, sleepy, intensely reverberate your whole being with Mahavagya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, with the decision, let my being, let my consciousness manifest itself through my DNA using this Mahavagya as connection point. Let Mahavagya be the connective point. I tell you, immediately you will experience Kailasa. This Mahavagya is directly from Kailasa. Anyone who decides to use Mahavagya to connect your consciousness and DNA will have the ultimate superconscious mutation. You will manifest health, you will manifest wealth, you will manifest beautiful relationships, you will manifest blissful life, you will manifest knowledge, you will manifest Paramashiva Jnana, the ultimate powerful cognitions, and Paramashiva Vijnana, ultimate applied science of Paramashiva, and all the powers naturally.
And look into your life, what all the way you can manifest wealth to fulfill your plans. And every meeting, align yourself to your third eye and start. You just know what the other person is thinking and you will talk to make the meeting successful. Third eye is the biggest gift you can use in 1000 ways to manifest abundance in your life.
It was Dunstan. He is asking, we have a lot of debts and it's very frustrating. How can we reduce debt this year?
Very practical question. Many people are suffering and struggling with it. I tell you, please understand. Many of you may be having this issue. Listen. Listen very carefully. I am not going to give you any mystical solution. Don't even think the solution I am giving is mystical. Very practical. I tell you. Debt, I am defining. Debt is nothing but the man's lifestyle of never looking into his money. Listen. You have so much of incompletion, pain. The moment you remember about money, you never look into your accounts, what comes, what goes, till whole thing collapses. Let me ask a very bold question. All of you are here to know about the secrets of attracting the wealth. How many of you have so much pain the moment you remember about wealth and you never look into your balance sheet? Raise your hand. True. He himself is raising the hand. I am telling you, the pain you have about wealth, the moment you remember the wealth, the pain and impossibility you carry need to be completed. Then you will never be afraid of looking at your balance sheet. Fear of looking at your balance sheet lets it rot. Listen, I am using very strong words. Fear of looking at your balance sheet lets it rot. Just break this pattern today with completion and decide. Every night you will sleep after seeing your bank balance, your balance sheet. I commit with you, you will get out of debts within 1 year. And I am responsible for this word. Do it like a religious action. Do it like a religious duty. Every night, see your balance sheet and go to bed. Anybody who has this problem of lot of debts, I give you this as a religious technique and I am responsible for completing your debts and getting you out of it in 1 year. Understand, when I say this, it's a technique and I also will use my extraordinary powers to support you. Both. Teachings are not always just teachings. It is to support you to get out of powerlessness. When you start following the teachings, there will be naturally extraordinary things happening, because we don't use in Hindu tradition words only to give concepts. We also use the words to give energy. So I give you this as a concept and energy. Take this as a religious responsibility. My Guru has instructed me every night, balance sheet, movable assets I have, immovable assets I have, debts I have, loans I need to pay, and the precious metal I have, because we Indians, precious metal is one of the important part of our life. Whatever, see once, and this is the net worth, and sleep. Do this as a religious duty. Do this like a meditation. You can call this as Lakshmi Puja. Every night, few minutes. The only solution to have abundance in the life, go deeper into your muscle memory, remove this tiredness, life negative patterns. Go into your biomemory, remove these life negative cognitions. That is why I tell you, first step in abundance is yoga and the long breath. Breathing deeply and yoga is the first step in abundance. Because that is when even your muscle memory is ready for abundance. Go deeper into muscle memory, biomemory, and bioenergy. Even if you have billions, but you are all the time tired, bored, you are not going to experience abundance. So the first thing, get into your muscle memory the incompletions you stored against abundance. Actually, there are people, the moment their project is going to be successful, even they cannot tolerate. They will fall into tiredness and confusion and collapse it. Destroy it. Get into your muscle memory and see, do you have that pattern? Every time I start something, when it is about to happen, it collapses, Swamiji. It breaks, Swamiji. It's not happening, Swamiji. I think I am unfortunate, Swamiji. It is, if you have that kind of sufferings, understand, you carry that pattern in your muscle memory, pull it out and complete it. When you complete the patterns in your muscle memory, you can also awaken them and program them for the possibilities that can open up. Now listen. Let me come back to emotion retention and emotion fermentation. You get multiple types of emotions, almost all emotions every day. Sometimes lust, sometimes greed, sometimes fear, sometimes the multiple versions of fear, sometimes worry, sometimes love, sometimes attention giving, sometimes attention asking, sometimes jealousy,
sometimes comparison, various emotions, sometimes the willpower, sometimes arrogance, sometimes frustration, different emotions I can describe. All kinds of emotions you get. But logically, through your conscious decision, the thought currents or emotions which you cherish stays inside you and starts getting fermented. The good news is, no emotion gets fermented inside you. No fermentation of emotions happens inside you without your conscious support. You should understand that.
People who are able to be energetic, alive, active, sharply thinking, strategizing, without the peer pressure of jealousy, comparison, they are going to accumulate exorbitant amount of wealth. Understand? All the people who can function, think, work, get excited only by peer pressure, jealousy, comparison are just going to dry and wither out, because all the peer pressure, jealousy, comparison, everything is going to be taken away from life. If your mental setup is such, you can think only with peer pressure, jealousy, comparison, you don't have future. Your active, excited hours will drastically drop down to 5%. You will be almost in depression, low mood, non-thinking, non-excited, inactive. Whoever is able to excite themselves with powerful cognitions, in tune with the cosmos, you are active just because you feel like enriching the world, supporting the world, contributing to the world. If your mental setup is based on contribution, enriching, spiritual strength and excitement, you are going to be active continuously and you are going to accumulate exorbitant wealth. Because all the wealth of the peer pressure based gang is going to be left. It's going to melt down. The peer pressure based industries will melt down. Contribution based industries will shoot up.
When I was in the Ramakrishna Mat, once I missed morning Manglarati. Manglarati is supposed to be 5 o'clock. I missed Manglarati. I did not try to find out what is the reason, what must be the pattern, I should complete with it. No QTPI analysis. No. Simply I decided, no more question of sleeping, that's all. Tie the rope on the shika, tie it on the cart, over. Sit. Only if you sleep, you will miss morning Mangalarati. Stop sleeping, that's all. The ferociousness was such. My body and my mind, both of them know, if I decide, I decide. They just obey me if they want to live with me. Understand, both of them know, They simply obey me if they want to live with me. Never again, ever I missed my morning Mangalarati. It's not that I completely stopped sleeping. Maybe next few days I didn't sleep. But the body and mind learnt the lesson. This guy cannot be bent. He cannot be bent. You simply have to listen to him. You simply have to obey him. When there is a problem in others, you deal ferociously. When there is a problem with you, you do it very QTP. It should be the other way. When there is a problem with others, specifically do the surgery only where it is required. When there is a problem with you, your whole being should be made to shiver by your ferociousness. For others, if there is a tumor, do the chemotherapy precisely on the spot. For you, if there is a tumor, just walk into fire. The ferociousness. I am not saying commit suicide. No. It's not that I stopped sleeping. No. But that ferociousness, never ever again I missed my life's rhythm due to slumber or sleep or anything. My life's rhythm could not be disturbed. Even now, this body does everything humanly impossible to cope up with me. Everything humanly impossible to cope up with me. It is no more a tantrum throwing girlfriend or honeymoon husband, honeymoon upset wife. No more a middle-age crisis wife. No. Polite, chaste, 60-year-old Dirgha Sumangali wife. Auspicious just by the scene. It is no more a tantrum throwing girlfriend, her honeymoon upset wife, or a middle-age crisis wife. No. Polite, subdued, dedicated, chaste, 60-year Dirgha Sumangali. Highly supportive. Clear about its mission and vision. Understand. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. Time dimension does not get opened by any technique, practice, QTP level. Time opens and lets the visual imagination, visualization, declaration become part of your space only by ferociousness. Ferociousness. My ferocious answer to the corruption of the society is aparigraha. My ferocious answer to the polluted concepts of sexuality of the society is by my brahmacharya. My ferocious response to this whole economy system is asteya. My ferocious response to this whole hypocrisy of the society is my satya. My ferocious response to the whole violence of the humanity is my ahimsa.
Ferociousness means powerfully standing with the truth, even if the world outside and your whole inside tries to delude and denies the reality. The reality is you are Paramashiva. Even if the whole world outside tries to deny it, or your whole world inside tries to deny it. Ferociousness means powerfully standing with the truth, uncompromised, not letting the outer world to add any self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial inside you. The world or my world. See, your outer world is the world and your inner self, your inner space is your world, my world. For you, my world. For me, my world. The world or the impacts of the world on my world, nothing should be allowed to dilute you, to lower you. Powerfully standing up with the truth. I'll give you multiple definitions to make you understand ferociousness. This is the first definition. The outer world whether it manifests, behaves as you want or not, or the impact of the outer world on your inner world, whether that goes as per your whims and fancies or not, the truth, absolute truth, the ultimate truth should be cognized, powerfully concluded, uncompromisingly. I will repeat now. You are Paramashiva is the truth, ultimate truth. You should come to this conclusion because it is truth, not because if you believe you are Paramashiva, you can manifest powers, you can have this, you can have that. All that as a reason. See,
When you cognize your Paramashiva, you will manifest powers, no doubt. You will play with life, no doubt. Your whole life will be Leela, no doubt. But you should cognize your Paramashiva because that is the truth. Not because there is a utility value because of that truth. That is the truth. So, deciding to cognize the truth uncompromisingly because it is truth, powerfully, is ferociousness. Let me openly declare, all my last 26 years of life, to design this Reserve Bank of Kailasa, I just started simply Googling. I studied 85 countries' bank structures personally. I have notes, all the technical terms. Just Googling. Simple interest. And then mapping them to Agamas. How Agama describes these concepts, I tell you, end of the day. So many people are praising, oh, brilliant idea, gold-based currency. Hey, only 100 years before these countries' currencies have become popular. Before that, the whole world was following only Hindu economy. Hindu economy is simply on gold. Over. Only last 100 years, these various countries and its currencies have become strong exchange mechanism. I'll use the word mechanism only. I will not accept the currency as organism. It's just a mechanism. Organism should have its own independent intelligence and life. It's only a mechanism, regulated. I tell you, the most non-exploiting, unmanipulatable economic system was Hindu economic system. I saw very clearly, few hundred years before, till the Hindu economic system was allowed to live, before the invaders finished it, how it was. I just picked it up and revived. Just simple interest, simple involvement. Listen, simple involvement, simple interest, makes you absolutely passionate about life. I'll tell you this principle which I am talking now is the economic policy, strategy, principle of Hinduism. Listen. The Hindu society
civilization is focused on Jivan Mukti, enlightenment, moksha. Whether it follows the Shaiva tradition, Ganapatya tradition, or Sakta tradition, or Saura tradition, or Gaumara tradition, or Guru worship, Sampradayas, or Vaishnava Sampradayas, any Sampradaya. Basically, the ecosystem, a civilization, Samasthana, is focused on enlightenment. Let me continue with my understand. In Hindu tradition, the economy is 3-layer: grain based, metal based, and all the precious things you get from the ocean, pearls, those based, those items. Sanganidhi, Badumanidhi. Padumanidhi means all the items you get from the ground comes under Batmanidhi, like a grain and metal. All the things you get from ocean is formed as Sankanidhi. Shanka, Kanch. Shankanidhi, Padumanidhi. That's all. This two is the currency. And in Batmanidhi, two category: grain-based economy and metal-based economy. Whole thing is contributing economy. Does not encourage stealing, swindling-based economy. No. The Hindu dharmic economy principles, Hindu principles of conscious manifestation of reality in every level. I wanted to keep all the Hindu principles alive and bring legitimacy and demonstrate it. It still works. This is the best. Understand? This is the best. The internal administration was always enriching and raising the humanity and society to the next levels. Art, culture, dance, music, everything was enlightenment based. Everything was enlightenment based. Jurisprudence was absolutely deep understanding about the human psyche, with a tremendous understanding about the human possibility and human existence. It was always prone towards prayaschitta, not punishment. expectation from the individuals and the way they are placed in society was well defined. Nobody was kept in fear. No way the law can be used for taking revenge. Nobody can be punished for ignorance, because educating the citizens was the responsibility of the king. Principles were straightforward and simple. Administration was more contributing and life positive. Paramashiva declares food has to be completely freely available for the whole nation. So we are going to follow the same procedure. Food, knowledge. See, not only the guru should not charge the student. If guru does not have money to feed the students, you see, in Hindu tradition, the student, not only you can't charge the student has to be given food, given all the things needed, and given education. Intention to study is worshipped in Hindu tradition. So if a child has an intention to study, he becomes a brahmachari. So from that moment, the Hindu society is responsible for giving food, shelter, education, everything needed for that brahmachari. The guru is responsible for providing everything to a brahmachari who want to study. If guru does not have, if guru is not wealthy enough, he has to go for bhiksha. He is allowed to beg. And brahmacharis are also allowed to beg. You can beg, but guru is bound to provide everything to the brahmacharis and give education. We are going to be following the same policy. Not only knowledge is free, all your survival needs during your study period also is free. And we are going to be following the same principles. My vision is to provide all these services to all the 2 billion Hindus all over the world. More than 1.2 billion born Hindus and around 800 million, 0.8 million practicing Hindus are there all over the world. So I feel my personal vision is to provide these services to all the 2 billion people all over the world. Let's see, with the grace of Paramashiva, we will be able to do it. Same way, in Hindu tradition, doctors are paid not based on you falling sick, but based on your income. Whole village gives share from the harvest to the doctor. Doctor makes sure the whole village is healthy. This is called healthy medical industry. See, only by you falling sick, doctor is going to gain money. How do you expect doctor should be praying for your health? When doctor knows the village's health, my county's health, my taluk's health, my area's health is going to make me more wealthy. He will do research on your diet. He will support you in every level to be healthy, because your health makes him wealthy. Not your sickness. Your body is not income source for him. Your active life is income source for him. Understand the shift. This is Hindu economic policies. So, the Kailasa will have the same policies. In Kailasa, we will be practicing these same policies. In Hindu tradition, actually, if at all our next generation starts tasting the Hindu knowledge, Hindu economy principles, they will understand this is the most beautiful, delicious, brilliant. They will just fall in love with all these principles, and simply the whole Hindu economy principles, everything will be revived. My job is only to make you taste the deliciousness of Hindu economy principles by reviving the Hindu Reserve Bank and Hindu currency. Hindu knowledge is capable enough to revive itself, resurrect itself, re-establish itself, reignite the passion in you and excite you again. And just if I share the knowledge and educate you, that's enough. That's all I am trying to do. I have so much more to share. Please understand this principle. This principle is going to be very important principle in Kailasa economy. I am going to revive this. If you serve any temple run as per Vedagamas, you get punya, which you can use not only in Kailasa after you leave the body, you can encash them, withdraw as currency even for your day-to-day use, which can be in the form of grains, precious gems, precious metals. I mean what I am saying. This is the fundamental policy with which the Kailasa economic strategy and economic policies are getting evolved. Listen. Bringing legitimacy, economic legitimacy to all the religious actions, activities you perform. If you go around Arunachala, the Arunachala Purana describes you will get certain punya with which you can achieve and enjoy Kailasa. Not only you get that, you get even the country currency. You withdraw, you receive currency in the form of grains, clothes, other utilities, including precious metal, precious gems. The ritual happening where all this disbursement happens is yaga, yajnas conducted by the kings in those days. For example, when a Brahmin comes, the senior Vidvats, the senior Brahmins decide this person, this many years, is practicing all the Vedic rituals and teaching. So he gets this much of punya in Kailasa, and this much of country currency, the Kailasa currency, punya, and country currency in the form of grains, precious metal, precious gems, clothes, whatever. This was a living economy of Hindu tradition and Hindu samsthanas, Hindu kingdoms. I am going to revive it. I will revive it with the grace of Ganapati, Paramashiva. All the gods and goddesses of Kailasa with their blessings. I will revive it. Same way, these principles are elaborately described in Vedas and Agamas. That is going to form the basic structure of Kailasa economic policies and strategies. Everyone is supported so beautifully. Nobody feels insecure to manipulate or exploit the economy. That is the most beautiful structure of Hindu economy. Understand, it is such tremendous, deep confidence building system, and so much of security was given. And in Hindu tradition, the two layer, the economic principle. One is the currency. Technically in Sanskrit, if I translate that concept, it's called grain-based currency. Means just by possessing and owning, it has its own utility value. Whether the grains or the precious metals, precious gems, by its own value, it has a value. There is no other regulatory body required to establish its value. By you owning and the way it is used, demanded in the society, healthy society, by this simple existence, it has value. Second, the regulatory body always made sure the principle of enlightenment was kept alive in all their regulatory principles. How and why gold should be precious metal? How and why? What gems will be considered as precious? Everything. The whole regulating mechanism was enlightenment centric. Understand? Rajaraja, for example, builds a huge temples. All of you need to know, it's not that he built only Tanjore temple. Please understand. He built large number of temples. Krishnadevaraya built large number of temples. I should say that all great known kings of Hinduism, whether Cambodia or Somanath or Chidambaram or Tanjore or Jagannath or Nepal or Sri Lanka, anywhere the Hindu civilization was prevalent. It was all temple-centric, temple-based, because that was the source of our knowledge, our economy, principles, systems and strategies. Temple building and sustenance was one of the most beautiful method to keep the economy current. Currency has value only as long as the current is kept alive. So the current is kept alive to keep the value of the currency through this large size temple building and running. Listen, step by step I am explaining. The knowledge keepers who keep the integrity and efficacy of the knowledge, Brahmanas, who give protection from external invasions and internal revolts, and keep the living enlightenment, Jivan Mukti lifestyle. Kshatriyas, those people are given, they are paid and given rewards and awards when they demonstrate the valor, protecting the dharma. And same next, Vaishyas, they are supported, encouraged, given protection. Supported with the knowledge, encouraged with the infrastructure and market. Protected, given protection for their wealth, for all these services provided by the state to the Vaishyas. In turn, Vaishyas pay the tax to the state. And Shudras are empowered with the land and all the equipments needed to grow grains or everything else needed for the sustenance of the life. In turn, paid, supported with all their needs. It's an amazing, unique, very organized, legitimate civilization. I tell you, the pre-Brancian age civilization, the only civilization still alive, of course, in a very critical stage, beaten, broken, lost even confidence on themselves and their principles, their ancestors, constantly being told that your ancestors are stupid and your ancestors are useless. See, once you take someone's confidence about their heritage and past, he does not have any more future, because he will not try to replicate his knowledge, heritage, past, the glory of the past in future. He will just surrender to you and listen to you and do what you say as the right future. To enslave a civilization and kill a civilization, remove their confidence about their glorious past. Successfully, this poisoning is done to Hindu civilization. It is almost in intensive care unit, emergency care unit. The only good news is it is not dead. I am back to revive. I will not let it die. చాతుర్వర్ణ్యాం మయా సృష్టం గుణకర్మ విభాసః తస్య కర్తారం అభిమాం విద్యాకర్తారమవ్యయం. The four categories of Varna were created by me according to the people's qualities and activities. Although I am creator of this system, know me to be eternal and will come back again and again to keep this system alive. For example, Brahmana, when he performs something great, when he is high achiever, he is supported, gifted with all the things which strengthens his lifestyle. Same way, for example, a Kshatriya, when he performs something great and when he becomes high achiever, he is gifted with some things which strengthens his valor and his lifestyle and what is expected from him. For a successful society, he gets glory, name, fame, and many women decide to marry him. He is glorified in such a way, the society is enamored by his glory and valor. Same way, Vaishya, when he becomes a great, successful, high achiever, the kind of the glorification done to him is different. The glorification done to him supports him in his profession to achieve more success. A great, amazing, beautiful society was kept alive with the principle of enlightenment. The concept of dravya, dana, dravya, in Hinduism is clearly defined in Amarakosha. For Brahmanas, what is dana? Wealth. For Vaishyas, what is dana? Wealth. For Kshatriyas, what is dana? Wealth. For Shudras, what is dana? Wealth. Amarakosha's original verse. Dravyam viddam swapateyam ruktam ruktam danam vasuhu hiranyam dravinam dyumnam artaraihi vipava abhi. These are the definitions, forms the fundamental economic principles of Kailasa. Synonyms of the word dana: dravyam, material; vittam, currency, goods, which is goods battered also is considered as currency. As I said, the Hindu economy was grain based. By its own weight and possession, it is valuable. It does not need any central regulatory body to declare that this paper has this much of value. No. By just the possession of that semi-precious stone or a precious metal or precious stone or the current or the grain, or the grain or the precious metal, precious gems, by its possession, it brings value. due to its utility and demand in the society. So that is vittam. Swapateyam, owned, earned property. Riktam, inherited property. When you inherit a property, the intention of your ancestor tied, married to that property, that intention also you inherit. So, all inheritance in Hinduism is a will. So, you have to, as long as you maintain that will, you have right over the property. Understand? Whatever you inherit from the ancestors, you have to maintain their will. If not, you don't own that property anymore. This was the way the civilization was kept alive in Hindu tradition. Hindu father will work for the 7th generation of their children, and same way they will inculcate the lifestyle, knowledge, principles in their children. Unfortunately, now in the modern day, neither they keep wealth for the children nor they inculcate the Hindu values for the children. Both should be done. I want my followers, you keep wealth for your next generation and you inculcate these values, Hindu values, into your next generation. And the next generation also respects the riktam, inherited property, and the will of your ancestors, both. Ruktam, possessing and enjoying it, expanding it. Dhanam, money. Vasu, land. Hiranyam, gold. Dravinam, movable properties, which is useful. Dyumnam, power and strength. Power and strength means capacity to understand the principles of the economy and change the investments and keep yourself alive, current, and your currency current. Artha, the business concerns and work. Rai, riches. You should pronounce as Rai, riches. Vibhava, magnanimity, omnipresence and power. Understanding the omnipresence and capabilities of Dhanam and keeping your magnanimity to keep the omnipresence alive all over the world. For example, if you honor your commitments only, they will honor their commitments. That is what is magnanimity. So, Kavi Kalpa Druma gives the synonym of Dhanam as Dhanyam, means the grain-based economy and all other principles as I described from Amarakosha now. These are going to be forming the fundamental principles for Hindu economic policies and strategies. Hindu will is absolutely different from the will legal paper used today for establishing inheritance. Understand? Hindu will is lifestyle based. If you are from the Varna of a Brahmana and you inherit your ancestors who were Brahmana by Varna, only if you follow the principles of Brahmana Varna, you have the right over that property. Same way, Kshatriya, Shudra, and Vaishya. The Hindu inheritance principles.
These conscious principles, if you build, that conscious currency will help you. I think that is the only thing which is going to help you post-corona world. That is only going to be your strength, your power. In post-corona world, I gave you one example of Tirupati because that is known tourism center, spiritual tourism. Like that, I can give you thousands of examples. Ooty, Kodaikanal, seasonal tourism. All of it is melting down. I tell you, the delusion-based economy, making you buy things with money which you don't have and forcing you to work for it, is called delusion-based economy. In that whole balloon, the hole is made already. That balloon is collapsing. Making you buy things which you don't need and making you work for it to pay for the money which you don't have. Making you buy things with money which you don't have and making you work for paying for it. This whole delusion-based economy, that balloon is busting, collapsing. The inner conscious principle-based economy is only going to flourish. Conscious principles need to be applied in every level. Politics, economy, in every level, relationships, only those idea, those principle, consciousness principle based things are going to work out. I tell you, these conscious principles based built body, brain, mind, life These are going to be the most important, useful for your life in post-corona world. Formally, I declare all the nations where Hinduism was state religion in those days, in some past. It may not be state religion now, but in those days, it was state religion. I am trying to revive now that tradition in one remote corner of the world, not in those countries. In one remote corner of the world. So I am making it very clear. At present, some of them may be Buddhist, some of them may be Islamic, some of them may be secular. Whatever way they are, KAILASA formally declares all those nations as most favored nations for bilateral and trade. So now, without making you wait further, with the grace of Ganapati, Paramashiva, and all the gods and goddesses of KAILASA, I am introducing the Kailasian dollar to all of you. Dollar. Each Kailasian dollar will be 11.66 gram gold, 1 tola. 1 tola will be called 1 Kailasian dollar. In Sanskrit, 1 Swarna Mudra. In Tamil, 1 Porkas. One tola gold. That's a Hindu way of measurement. 1 tola of gold. 11.663838 grams will be 1 Kailasian dollar. 1 Swarna Mudra. 1 Porkas.
Haranam Shri Nithyananda me, Vandita Charanam Shri Nithyananda me, Bhavabhaya Haranam Shri Nithyananda me, Vandita Charanam Shri Nithyananda me, Nithyananda me, Nithyananda me, Bolo Hare Krishna Nama, Bolo Hare Nitya Nama, Bolo Nithyananda Nama, Nithyananda me, Bhavabhaya Haranam Shri Nithyananda me, Vandita Charanam Shri Nithyananda me, Nithyananda me, Nithyananda me, Bolo Hare Krishna Nama, Bolo Hare Nitya Nama, Bolo Nithyananda Nama, Nithyananda me, Brahmananda Rupa Hare Nithyananda, Shanti Bhakti le lo mujhe Nithyananda, Nithyananda me, Nithyananda me, Chitta Chora Nanda Lala, Nanda Ganda Nivasa Charana Kamala Vandu Nithyananda me, Chitta Chora Nanda Lala, Nanda Ganda Nivasa Charana Kamala Vandu Nithyananda me, Nityam Janam Nitya नित्यानन्दमे नित्यानन्दमानन्दं नित्यानन्दमे
Understand? Vivekananda visualized it. Aurobindo aspired it. Osho worked for it. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi mandated it. The great Hindu nation which Vivekananda visualized, Aurobindo aspired, Osho worked, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi mandated with all their grace and blessings. The grace of Ganapati, Paramashiva, and all the gods and goddesses of KAILASA, we made it. It's because of their grace we made it. I'll be introducing the quarter Kailasian dollar, which is 2.9159 grams. You can see the original coin which was there in those days in the 56 nations one side, and the present how we revived it. You can see both the coins side by side. The ancient original coins photo and the present how we revived it.
पावन तुम नित्यानंद में प्रेम सुधा सागरा तू नित्यानंद में पतित पावन तुम नित्यानंद में नित्यानंद में नित्यानंद में जीवन ज्योति जलाओ मुझे अपना बना लो चरण लगा लो मुझे नित्यानंद में प्रेम सुधा सागरा तू नित्यानंद में पतित पावन तुम नित्यानंद में नित्यानंद में नित्यानंद में जीवन ज्योति जलाओ मुझे अपना बना लो चरण लगा लो मुझे नित्यानंद
We
में
can see clearly the coin. The photograph is how it was in those days, and the present, the coin we revived. Each of these coins, see, the weight is same, but the designs are different. This is quarter Kailasian dollar. So I am showing next half. So this is the quarter Kailasian dollar. You can see. Now I am showing you next the half Kailasian dollars.
आनंदम आनंदम नित्यानंदमे नित्यानंदम आनंदम नित्यानंदमे आनंदम आनंदम नित्यानंदमे नित्यानंदम आनंदम नित्यानंदमे नित्यानंदमे
Dollar, half Purkasu, half Swarna Mudra. You can see now the half Swarna Mudra. Now I am introducing 3/4 quarter Kailasian dollar. Mukkal Purkasu.
आनंदम नित्यानंदमे नित्यानंदम आनंदम नित्यानंदमे
You can see we tried to revive as close as possible. The Mukkal Purkasu, as close as possible.
Nithyananda.
8.74 grams. Mukkal Purkas, the Mukkal Swarna Mudra. Next I am showing 2 Kailashian dollar.
Nithyanandamānanda
Kailashian dollars
Nithyanandame Nithyanandame Govinda Gopala Keshava Madhava Narayana Rajiva Lochana Adi Sanatana Nithyanandamānandam Nithyanandame Nithyanandamānandam Nithyanandame.
Showing now I am showing the 2 Kailashian dollar. 2 Kailashian dollar designs. Irandu Purkas. 2 Swarna Mudra. So this is 23.3276076 grams gold. Next, the 3 Kailashian dollar.
Nithyananda, Nithyananda me, Nithyananda me, Nithachora Nandalala, Nandaganda Nivasa Charana Kamala Vandu Nithyananda me, Chittachora.
Now, the 3 Kailashian dollar.
Guru Nityam
3 Purkas, 3 Swarna Mudra, which is actually 34.9914114 grams. The 3 Purkas designed. Next, I am showing 4 Kailashian dollars, 4 Swarna Mudra. The 4 Purkas, 4 Kailashian dollar, 4 Swarna Mudra. It is 46.65 grams gold. We have even taken inspiration from the coins released by British. Even during the British time, there were Hindu gods, goddesses described, depicted in currencies, coins. We took inspiration even from those and designed, revived. Next is 5 Kailashian dollar. 5 Kailashian dollar is 58 gram gold. The 5 Kailashian dollar is the 58 gram gold. The 5 Kailashian dollar is 58.31 gram gold. 5 Purkas, 5 Swarna Mudra. Next, 10 Kailashian dollar. This is 10 Kailashian dollar. 116.68 gram gold.
Now I am again showing the 10 Kailashian dollar only. You can see the close-up view.
श्री नित्यानंद में भवभयहरणं श्री नित्यानंद में वंदित चरणं श्री नित्यानंद में नित्यानंद में बोलो हरे कृष्ण नाम बोलो हरे नित्य नाम बोलो नित्यानंद नाम नित्यानंद में भवभयहरणं श्री नित्यानंद में वंदित चरणं श्री नित्यानंद में नित्यानंद में कृष्ण नाम बोलो हरे नित्य नाम बोलो नित्यानंद नाम नित्यानंद में ब्रह्मानंद रूप हरे नित्यानंद शांति भक्ति ले लो मुझे नित्यानंद नित्यानंद में चित्त चोरानंद लाला आनंद गंध निवास चरण कमल बंधो नित्यानंद में चित्त चोरानंद लाला आनंद गंध निवास चरण कमल बंधो नित्यानंद में नित्यं ध्यानं नित्यानंद में गुरु नित्यं ध्यानं नित्यानंद में आनंद में नित्यानंद में गुरु नित्यानंद नाम नित्यानंद में चरणं पद कमलं नित्यानंद में आनंदम आनंदम नित्यानंद में नित्यानंदम आनंदम नित्यानंद में
And Paramashiva, let this bring all the auspiciousness to the whole planet Earth. So now I have another important release for all of you. Rajangana Mudra, the official mudra of Kailasa. This is the Rajangana Mudra. Which will be used by the people who are part of the government of Kailasa. This will be the Rajangana Mudra. It will be used as ring or necklace in every emblem. This is the emblem of Kailasa. This is the official seal of Kailasa. Rajangana Mudra. Like how they say in Vatican, the papal ring. In Hindu tradition, we call it Rajangana Mudra, the royal seal jewelry. It's an official part of the regalia owned by the head of the Hinduism, head of the Hindu tradition. Similar to the papal ring of Vatican, this will be also used as a seal for official documents, symbol of hope and devotion for billions of Hindus globally. Enlightenment science. In Hinduism, gold is not only valuable, it is sacred. Please understand. Gold is given a religious sacred status in Hinduism. So, all currencies will be printed only in pure gold. All currencies will be in pure gold. 1 tola is 1 kasu. In Sanskrit, the Kailasa currency will be called as Swarna Mudra or Swarna Pushpa. In English, it will be called as Kailashian dollar. In Tamil, it will be called as Porkasu. 1 tola. 1 tola gold in the modern day measurement, if you want to know, it will be like almost like 11 point some grams. 1 tola gold will be called as 1 Swarna Mudra, oru porkasu, 1 Kailasian dollar. By its own weight and possession, it will have value. 1 tola gold is 11.66 grams gold as per modern day grams measurement. So, we have kal kasu, arak kasu, 1 porkasu, 2 காசு, 3 காசு, 4 காசு, 5 காசு, 10 காசு. Those are the units in which the coins are ready. Understand? In Sanskrit it will be called as Swarna Mudra or Swarna Pushpa. In English it will be called as Kailasian dollar. In Tamil it will be called as porkasu.
राजाधिराजाय प्रशक्यशालिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे श्यामे कामाय मह्यं पामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वैष्णवाय महाराजाय नमः
சனடி போற்றி சிவன் சேவடி போற்றி நேயத்தே நிந்தரி மலனடி போற்றி ஆயப்பிறப்பருக்கும் மன்னனடி போற்றி சீரார் பெரும் துறையினம் தேவனடி போற்றி ஆராத இன்பம் அருளும் மலை போற்றி ஈசனே சிந்தை கவர வந்த நேசனே நீ வருவாய் பூவோடு கனிகளை கொண்டு உன்னை பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய் கலி என்னும் கடலினில் மூழ்கிட்டையும் இனி கரம் தந்து காத்திட்டு கருணை பொய்கையில் அலர்ந்திட்ட அலவத்மம் போல உன் திருவடியில் மாண்டிட நித்திரின் வாராய் அருணாச்சலனே நீ வாராய் அகண்ட ஜோதியனே வாராய் அல்லல் நீக்கிடவே வாராய் அகிலம் போற்றுகின்ற ஈசனே சிந்தை கவர்ந்த நேசனே நீ வருவாய் பூவோடு கனிகளை கொண்டு உன்னை பூஜித்தோம் அருள் தருவாய் கையினில் சூலமும் மெய்யினில் வில்வமும் நிறையார் கடல் நீர் குடியோடு தரிசனம் அருளவா செம்பொன் மாழ சிற்றவை தனிலே சிந்தை கவர்ந்த உன்னை சிக்கன பிடித்தேனே மண்ணும் புகழ் பெறும் நான் வரை நாயகா மதியினில் நிறைந்திடுவாய் மதி உணராதவர்க்கு மதி உணர் செய்திட வான்மழு நீ ஏந்திவா அறவாடிட இசை சூழ்ந்திட திரள் சேர நீ வருவாய் அகம் உணர்ந்திட புறம் மகிழ்ந்திட புலித்தோலோடு நீ வருவாய் காரணே நாதிகேச திவ்ய பிரம்மரூபனே மீனாட்சி சக்தி சகித சுந்தரேசனே அண்ணாமலை உதித்த நித்யநந்தனே சித்து அச்சித்தெல்லாம் முன்னாலே இயக்கும் முன்னாலே உந்தன் கண்ணாலே சிகையில் அணிந்திட்ட மதியாலே மதியின் மொழியாலே தெளிந்திடும் வழியாலே ஜீவன் முக்தி பெற விழைந்தோமே திருபடியை தொழுதோமே வேள்வியாகினாய் கேள்வியாகினாய் கேள்வி காண பதிலுமாகினாய் ஊழியாகினாய் உலகுமாகினாய் அதுமாகி அருள்படி தரும் கர்ம விதைகள் தீர்க்கும் காசிநாதனே எங்கள் கர்மம் போக்கி எம்மையாளும் நேசனே ஏகாந்தமாக ஏக பாதம் தூக்கியே எங்கள் மணியாரை காக்க வேண்டும் நித்யநந்தனே
Today, Swamiji has revealed to us some of the most profound truths on how to manifest wealth. How do we attract wealth in our life? What is the secret to manifesting abundance? Right from giving us the techniques, the methodologies, the powerful cognitions, every single step of the way, Swamiji has given us some of the most profound, amazing truths. This brings us all to the conclusion of our day today. And tomorrow we have a very, very important day. We learned about wealth today. But what about that one thing that is always with you? From the time you're born till the time you die, it exists with you. It is your closest of friends because without it, you can't live your life. This part of you, this component of you is literally forming your identity. But we all very rarely relate with it. That component of us is our body. There are so much when it comes to body, right? We have so many things which we are yet to know, right? From health, we want to know, we want to have optimum health, we want to be, fit, everything we want to do it perfect. But how is it that you can relate with your body? And are you relating to it in the right way? Is it just all about lifestyle changes? Or is there something fundamental that needs to be changed? Tomorrow, you will get answers to all of this. And most importantly, we're going to be having a very unique process wherein Swamiji is going to be empowering us, initiating us into the power of being able to consciously design our body. And we are going to be receiving the initiation into healing ourselves and healing others. It's a very, very powerful day tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be packed with a lot of things you're going to learn. Do not miss. Please be there. And also don't forget to invite your family and friends, anyone who wants to receive this special spiritual healers initiation from Swamiji are invited for tomorrow. It's open and free for everyone to join. So make sure to invite everyone. And with this, we come to the conclusion of today's day. We'll be concluding with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम तत्सत्। सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु। ओम नित्यानंदम।